Looking at you, Indy, the Crystal Skull was very bad, but broke nothing. While I look at these two trailers, it looks like someone is trying to toast a bagel with a pickaxe. You'll break something. Oh my god! They didn't break it, they crashed it over the side of a mountain. The Dial of Destiny is the worst Indiana Jones in the saga, and that's a challenge not easy to beat. Of the trailer, it was obvious this was going to be a bad film. But at this point, man, what an absolute dumpster fire.
Big pile of shit.
You can't even compare this new release with the original trilogy, but you can with that atrocity. First of all, the Crystal Skull is very bad, for a ton of reasons. Over-reliance on very bad CGI, an aging Harrison Ford who's still a great actor but appears sluggish on camera. The villain was forgetful, Shia LaBeouf has no chemistry with Harrison, and the fact that they are no longer on Earth is very distracting. No, I'm not joking. The lighting in this movie is like they were filming on a planet with two suns. Not that anyone would watch this again, but once you see it, it's so distracting. Now this new pile of garbage has very bad CGI, an aging Harrison Ford who's still a great actor but is a turtle on camera, the comeback of a lot of beloved characters that just can't act anymore. Indy's partner is awful. We can't see anything in the only fisticuffs because it's so goddamn dark. Action scenes are butchered and it's impossible to follow what's going on. The rhythm is awful. The bad guy has the worst plan ever. And for the first time in Indiana Jones history, we have a ruined ending. Leave Ford alone. Leave John Davis alone. They're both 80. It's really the best metaphor of this film. Just people forcing Indy in a new adventure even though he doesn't want it. His character and Ford do not want to be there and you feel it. You feel it in the beginning, in his flashbacks. You feel it in his dialogue. And you feel it in the little action we get to see. The action. Oh, the action. Over an hour of this movie is car chases. It's pointless, boring, no impact car chases. It's all shot so close to the face. Overcut puke. Unwatchable. You know they did this because there's no charisma left on screen. No wide shot, no whimsy, just Fast and the Furious at the hospice. Now the thick of it. Shia LaBeouf was awful, full of himself, dumb as a rock. And frankly, his performance was terrible. But, he grew. He actually learned something at the end. The new girl is written to be a carbon copy of Indy in the Temple of Doom. Same goal of fame and glory. Same sidekick with the exact backstory. She sells artifacts and gets interrupted by the mob, just like in the Temple of Doom. But she doesn't have any growth. She's young, smarter, more cunning than anyone in this film. So most of the movie we just see her legit trying to kill Indy. She's screaming Yahoo! When friends of Indy are dying. She doesn't learn a lesson. She gets nothing of her adventure. And it makes her the most unlikable, awful, smug-ass bipolar character we've ever seen in this series. I hated her more than the literal Nazis. I mean, how can you hate the guy from Little Big? My dick is very big, my dick. The Crystal Skull was bad, right? But it's not forgettable. These scenes were mean to shit. I wrote the script an hour after seeing the movie, and I'm starting to forget scenes. It's an action movie with unwatchable action. We have about 45 minutes of Indiana Jones in the dark with camera shoved on a couple of foreheads. And for the first time, an adventure where Henry Jones Jr. and we lost something. Time. Sadly, I'm kinda relieved the movie is this bad. This will surely lose money. And I hope it will lose a lot of it. Prove it. Prove that no one from this era should touch these franchises. They are secret artifacts from the past. They should be in a museum and studied, not toyed with, to be destroyed. Long live Indiana Jones, and may these riders fall.
I remember Kathy came into the room with her steno pad and her pencil, and she was horrible at taking notes, and she was terrible at, she didn't really know how to do it very well. But what she did know how to do was interrupt somebody in mid-sentence. We'd be pitching ideas back and forth, and Kathy, who's supposed to be writing these ideas down, suddenly put her pencil down and would say something like, and what if he didn't get the girl, but instead he got the dog?